What's up guys, I'm Avionics. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing as I do put out quite a few videos throughout the month. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Desview R6 field camera monitor. It is a 5.5-inch touchscreen for DSLR and mirrorless cameras. You can find this particular monitor on Amazon for $279, and currently there is a $20 coupon, so I would jump on that if I were you. I have my Amazon affiliate link down below in the video description if you're looking to read more about it or even purchase it. And purchasing using that link does help support my channel at no extra cost to you and is much appreciated. This is a 5.5-inch 1920 by 1080 resolution 60Hz touchscreen monitor for your camera. It displays at a ultra high brightness level of 2800 nits. It has a 1000:1 contrast ratio. It supports custom LUTs accessible via SD card. It has adjustable internal fans for heat dissipation as the screen does get warm to the touch. It has a light sensor built in to automatically adjust the screen brightness in different lighting conditions. We will be using this with my Canon EOS M50 mirrorless camera. This monitor is said to be able to accept a 4K HDMI input and output as well, but the display will only show up as 1080 resolution. What's in the box? We have our monitor, we have our mini HDMI to HDMI cable, micro HDMI to HDMI cable, cold shoe adapter mount, screen wipe, 128 megabyte SD card preloaded with LUTs, and the manual. Alright, let's take a closer look at the exterior of the Desview R6. Starting on the back, it does accept an F550 battery pack if you have them. At the top you have your power button, which you have to press and hold down to turn on or off. It's got its fan vent. On this side you have an HDMI out if you're looking to extend the display out to something bigger. Here's your DC input for if you have a DC power adapter that can provide between 7 and 24 volts of DC, which I so happen to be using. If you'd like to know which particular one I'm using, the Amazon affiliate link is below in the video description. This is the HDMI port where you would connect the correct included HDMI cable to your camera. My Canon EOS M50 utilizes the micro HDMI cable. It has an 8-volt DC output, which when a large enough battery pack is being used, it can provide power to your camera using the correct dummy battery for your camera. It has a 3.5mm headphone jack and is said to provide real-time audio monitoring. Unfortunately, when I plugged in my headphones, it only provided playback audio from recorded footage. I was not able to hear anything during real-time recording. You have a 1/4-inch threaded hole on the bottom and on the side of the unit. Alright, let's go ahead and power it up and take a closer look at the touchscreen. You can actually zoom in and out using a pinch gesture. You can then drag your fingertip to be able to move around when zoomed in. Sliding your fingertip up and down on the left edge of the display adjusts the screen brightness. Sliding your fingertip up and down on the right edge adjusts the headphone volume. Before we dive into all of the different menu settings, I just want to let you know that I'm honestly not very familiar with most of the parameters and what they do. Just know that for the most part, I will be providing a simple walkthrough and demonstration of this monitor. So upon turning on for the very first time, when you tap on the screen, you will see all your shortcut buttons on at the bottom. This is the full screen display, and there are 2 pages. You can arrow over once, and then arrow over again. So the first button is for false color, and you can do spectrum or ARRI. And so you touch it to enable it and then touch it again to disable it. Next one, you have your zebra, and then just drag your finger, drag it back. The next one is your histogram, and you could actually enable it by tapping on RGB, and there you have it, or brightness, whichever one you want it to show. And then to turn it off again or disable, you press it again. And then over here, you can position it on the screen wherever you'd like. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. Next one over is your waveform luminance. Right now it's not displayed. To enable it, tap on luminance or RGB and it'll show its respective form. Turn it off, you tap it again. And then just like the other one, you can set the location to wherever you want on the screen. We're gonna go ahead and turn that back off. Next, you have your vectorgram, and it's disabled right now. tap open to enable it. There you go. And then over here you can position it again. Let's go ahead and turn that back off. Next one over. Turn that on. And it just shows everything in one view. Tap the screen again to disable it. This one you have your focus peaking. Now over here you have your different strengths. This one being the weak, medium, or low, medium, high. Put on low, and then the color that you want, and it actually focuses in. Oh, right now I have it in autofocus. Let's put it in manual, and as you move the lens, it does actually show that it's working. Focus peaking is working. All right, we'll go back over here now to this one, which is your single color. Tap the color to enable or disable. Next one over is HDR. Page over, you have your LUT. Now, right now I have about 3 loaded from the SD card. Tap open to enable the LUT. Now we'll go here and shortly on how to access the LUTs. Let's go ahead and finish the shortcuts here at the bottom. The next one over is your anamorphic view, and then you can just drag your slider to however you want it. Next one is your aspect ratio. It's set to 16:9 right now. You can set it to auto if you'd like. 4:3. Let's put it back on auto. Next one over is your grid lines. Tap on the color to enable it. You can have different colors, and then you can change the grid size by the slider here on the right. Go ahead and turn that back off. Center mark. Tap on a color to enable it. Change the colors. Here you have your safe area. Choose a color and then choose your safe area size. Disable that. Next one over, this is your mark ratio. Again, just choose your color and then move the slider over as you'd like. Turn it back off, tap the color again. Here's your display flip, horizontal flip, vertical flip, and image flip. And then the last one here is your audio meter. You can have it display on the left side, right there. Tap the screen again, back over, or the right side. Okay, so now you can have the full menu settings display by tapping on menu, and now it'll shrink the screen a little bit, but now you have more of a detailed view and more organized listing of all the details or of all the menu settings. So here, exposure assist, tap on that to expand your settings, and that's everything that we already looked at. All right, collapse that, hit the drop down for focus and composition, all the different settings that we already went over. It's just a different view. Next one down is our LUT config. Now here, close, open. Basically, open is to enable it, close is to disable it. And then over here, if you open it, if you enable it, and then click the drop down, everything that you've loaded, so day to night, the grid, Garberville, basics. And so to load it, tap on the LUT over here. Go ahead and close that real quick. All right, tap on LUT and then tap look SD, and it's gonna go into the SD card. And then here you can it's like an explorer. So let's go to portrait, we'll tap on that, double click on that. Let's do snow cart. So select it and then tap it again to let it load up. Okay, quit SD. And now if we go back to menu, LUT config, custom, oops. And then here, enable it, open, and then click your drop down and then snow cart. So there is the LUT. Now I believe that only just shows the LUT in your view. You wouldn't actually, it wouldn't actually record in it. I guess you would apply that LUT later on in post-production if you want to use that LUT, but it gives you a preview of how it's going to look. So the SD card does come with LUTs for presets as viewing, and then you can use it in post-production. Next one is display setting. Everything we already kind of looked at on the shortcuts version. And then you just touch the buttons there. And then down below is the system config. So here you could actually change your language. Duration, I'm not sure what that's for. Color, you can adjust the appearance of your display. Color temperature, your sound here for when you're doing your playback. Like I said, I didn't hear anything during real-time monitoring, but this is another setting for volume. Next is battery and fan. So this does have an adjustable fan. It has 5 modes really. Off, auto, I don't know if you guys can hear that, low, medium, now it's on high. So this was when you had the battery plugged in or connected on the back side, you can actually turn on battery notification on the screen. I don't have a battery, but I'm sure it does show the battery notification. Go ahead and close that. We'll put the fan back on auto. Next is update. So that's how you'll update. Just follow the instructions in the manual, and you actually use the SD card to help update the firmware on the monitor. And then status, it just shows your input, your frame, backlight, resolution, color temp, volume, scan mode, current aspect ratio, and then your version number. So the way that I'll be utilizing this Desview R6 monitor is when I'm at home recording my YouTube videos while it's sitting on the camera with the tripod. It gives me a bigger view with the 5.5-inch screen compared to the 3-inch screen on my Canon EOS M50, which is totally more convenient. If you enjoyed watching this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button. Leave any comments or questions down below and I'll get back to them when I can. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications of future videos like this. Alright guys, I'll see you next time.